The Joker is rated R. Sonic has got a new voice. And the Oscars, they're adding categories. All that and next on Movie Emporium's News of the Day. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Movie Emporium's News of the Day for August 9th, 2018, where we take stories from around the world, give them to you, and break them down one by one. Thank you so much as always. If you like what you see, remember to rate, subscribe, tell us what you think. We have YouTube, Audio Boom, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. But with that, I think we should go ahead and get into the first news story, which is The Joker. The new movie with Joaquin Phoenix about the origins of the Joker itself is going to be rated R, apparently. This is pretty cool. I mean, it's Todd Phillips, so he's known for rated R movies. But the fact that they're willing to go this dark, I mean, I think Martin Scorsese is still producing. So I'm really excited by this. Whether it's, what it's going to be like. Apparently it's going to be in its own universe, of course. You can't have this in the DCEU because they're all PG-13. But the idea that Warner Brothers is willing to go the next step, make Joker what he is, which is a really dark character. He's in the form and fashion of like a Wolverine, where his character is known for being violent. So the fact that they're making him rated R, I think is awesome. And then it's Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker, and Mark Maron's in it, and I think this movie could be really awesome. I hope it's awesome. We'll see. But what do you guys think? I mean, it's pretty basic. There's not much to work on, just outside of the possibility of being rated R and the fact that it's the Joker in this 80s New York setting. So we'll see. Like I said, comment below. Tell us what you think. So the next news story is Patrick Wilson, who has been known to be in stuff like Aquaman. He's going to be in the upcoming It. He's also been in stuff like Watchmen. He's joined the cast of a movie called Midway. And if you don't know what Midway is, it's basically the story of the turning point for United States against Japan in a war, in a battle called Battle of Midway. It's famous for having a lot of casualties on both sides, but mostly Japan, and it's a really important war. Apparently Roland Emmerich is supposed to direct this, and you know him from like Independence Day. He did 2012, a lot of disaster movies. He's known for doing great action, storytelling not so much, but with that said, it could be really exciting. Patrick Wilson's a pretty good underrated actor. Like I said, he's playing the adult Bill, if I remember right. It was one of the characters, a Bill or Ben Hanscom. But the idea that he's going to be involved with Midway is a nice idea. Woody Harrelson's also supposed to be in the movie, so that gives it a little bit more fun. But he was also in 2012. I mean, so we'll see how it goes. Roland Emmerich's kind of iffy with me. He's always been like that. I like movies like Stargate. I do like Independence Day, even though there's claims that I don't. I mean, I shouldn't say I love it, but you know what I mean. So the point of the matter is, we'll see how it goes. It hasn't started filming yet. This is just early casting rumors and and so forth. So, but with that, I think we should move on to the next story. What do you think? So the Power Rangers is a movie that came out last year. It was, 5 teens that grow up in a high school. They get special powers. They get suits. They get mechs. It's a superhero story. So the movie didn't do very well. It actually tanked at the box office. There was rumors that it was pretty much dead. And then Hasbro bought the property, which is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And now the rumored possibility is this movie will actually get a sequel, which is actually a cool idea because even though the story wasn't the greatest, the action and visuals were quite impressive. And if they can get a decent director, not the director who they had, to do this movie, they could really elevate it. Elizabeth Banks as Rita, whatever her name is, she did a nice job with what she had, but the movie had flaws. The characters weren't, super dynamic. They were kind of boring. They weren't very well developed. But, with the Power Rangers, you don't expect too much because it's a Japanese kids show, and the characters were always cheesy. But they tried to do a good product, and it didn't work 100%. But like I said, it could be a good property. It could be good and useful. I mean, under the right hands. Hasbro has done a lot of successful properties. As much as we hate Transformers, they have been successful. So with that, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it gets greenlit. Hopefully it happens. My friend out there, I'm sure, is definitely looking forward to it. So, but that's pretty much it with that. I think we should move on to the next story, which is, so there's this ongoing issue right now where James Gunn, who's under contract with Disney, and then you have the unions, is reportedly going to be paid $7 to $10 million for his contract to be bought out. But Disney keeps bringing up possible rumors that they want to bring him back, that they don't want to use a script, that they do want to use a script, that they want to hire him for a different movie. Okay, fine, but can we figure out something, Disney? Because messing with directors like this, messing with people who depend on their job, Dave Bautista came out and said, he's not happy with this at all. He will do it because he's under contract, but with the fact that they want to throw out the script, but maybe they want to keep it. I mean, it's like saying, oh, you can have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but maybe you can have peanut butter, or maybe you can have jelly. No, but we'll give you both, but maybe we'll give you. I mean, it's just like, you just, it's too much. Just do something. I'm getting tired of just sitting here going, oh, what's going to happen? I mean, I know it doesn't affect me in the long run because I'm not making the money off of it and stuff like that, but I mean, they're this big company, but they keep making these mistakes, and then they jump the gun with James Gunn with the whole Twitter thing. And now, Twitter has come out and said, we're supporting this guy, even though this guy, whatever. But I think what Disney's doing is a mess. I think they need to get their shit together. If they don't get their shit together, then they need to do something. Warner Brothers, I know you've been, angling to get James Gunn. And, it seems like every Marvel director that gets fired bumps over to DC. So we'll see what happens, but you guys need to do something because I think the whole entertainment world is just getting tired of hearing about this James Gunn story. I think the guy's a talented director. He did something that was pretty shitty back in the day, but he apologized for it. So either move on or hire him, do something, but stop toying with this idea that he may or may not come back. Because it's boring. Sorry, it is. I don't know what else to say, but it is boring. So, but that's it with that. What do you guys think? As always, comment below. Let us know. So I don't know. So our next news story is Ben Schwartz, who you might know from Parks and Recreation, maybe the updated DuckTales playing Dewey Duck, has joined the cast as Sonic the Hedgehog as the titular character Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know much about the actor in general. I know from what I've heard from Parks and Rec, he's really funny in the show. I know from the DuckTales show that actually I've seen a couple episodes and he does a nice job with it. I know a lot of people really want the actor that originally played Sonic, but Ben Schwartz, from what I gather, reading his IMDb page, he's done a lot of TV work. He has done a lot of acting work. He's done stuff like Turbo, a lot of animation properties and, so forth. But Ben Schwartz, if I know from what I've seen with DuckTales, I think he could be a perfect fit for Sonic the Hedgehog. Whether that actually comes to light, I don't know. But, I mean, this is a weird movie to begin with. You have a director that's kind of a protege to Tim Miller who is doing Deadpool, or who did Deadpool and who's doing the Terminator reboot. And then you have like James Marsden, and then you have, all these cast of characters, and of course you have Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik or Eggman, whatever they're going for with this movie. So it's a really bizarre movie. It's kind of like a mashup like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but it's weird in the sense of like, I don't know, I almost just want to see a CG animated movie more than a live action movie, because it could go Who Framed Roger Rabbit territory, which is awesome. Or it could go Yogi Bear or Garfield or, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I really hope it doesn't go that route. I hope that what Tim Miller has done with Deadpool, not in the sense of being rated R, but I hope it's kind of, passed down to Fowler. So, like I said, I know that's not really what the story is, but, Ben Schwartz is being Sonic, but this is just a weird movie that's coming together weirdly. Until we see the first trailer, I don't know what to say about it. I hope it's good. I've never been like the hugest of Sonic fans, but I know friends of mine who are, and they're really excited by it. And the more we see, hopefully, the more we'll get. We have seen a couple pictures of signs that are referencing the games, and we've also seen James Marsden as the sheriff, because apparently he plays the sheriff in the movie, I believe. But it's a cool idea to have Ben Schwartz in there. We'll see what he does. We gotta wait. There was a joke running where, with Pikachu, Danny DeVito was gonna play Pikachu because he did some voice work as a joke. But it'd be really funny to see Sonic, Sonic as with Danny DeVito's voice. But like I said, Sonic's the TV show back in the day. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I was a kid, so. But with that, there's not much else to talk about. Good luck to Ben Schwartz as playing Sonic. Good luck to Jim Carrey for some reason playing Eggman, Dr. Robotnik. So we'll see what happens with the movie when it comes out next year. So our last news story of the day, and I apologize, there's not as many news stories like I said yesterday, but this is a bigger story. So the Oscars, as we all know, or if you don't know, are the prestigious top tier film awards. They're like the Emmys or Grammys or Tonys. They're the prestigious awards. So the biggest complaint the last decade or so is that the movies or the Oscars are way too long. They're like over 4.5 hours. I think the last one was like 4.5 hours long. So when it comes to the Oscars, people complain that they're giving the Oscars, which is not that they're giving them, but they're giving them on TV, which bogs the award show down. And they're like, why can't you do these off TV, or why can't you have its own separate show? Well, the Oscars has kind of decided to do this in a respect. The minor awards, as they're called, like the visual effects or like the set decoration and stuff like that, those people who get Oscars apparently are going to be taken off and done live instead of live on TV, or they're going to be taped and shown later. It's so weird. And now they're doing a new category, which kind of cheapens the whole Oscar thing. I know the Oscars are like kind of like a, kiss butt type of an award show, but the whole point of the Oscars is for the best of the best, of the best, sir. Sorry, I made that reference, but it's that type of award show. And I'm not one to like really complain about award shows because they do get boring. Sometimes they're doing segments like this year where they go to or was it last year when they went to the theater and handed out candy? It's like, why would you do that for the Oscars? That's not the point of the Oscars. Yeah, you're supposed to have fun. You enjoy the actors, actresses, directors, all that stuff who win. But that kind of thing is just cheapens the idea of it. And I like Jimmy Kimmel and the whole debacle between Moonlight and La La Land. It was funny. But it's just like, do we need this stuff? So the point of the matter is they've decided to come up with a new category, which is most popular film. And I'm sitting here going, most popular film? I mean, is this the MTV Movie Awards? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, like I said, I know the Academy Awards is trying to pander to a younger audience, so but the most popular movie, isn't that what the Best Picture award is? I mean, the biggest complaint out of the Best Picture award is you're not nominating films that actually deserve to be Best Picture. You're putting in stuff like The Reader, or you're putting in stuff like The English Patient, stuff that like nobody cares about. I mean, yeah, The English Patient was good at the time, but it's like you had movies like The Dark Knight, and you had movies like Almost Famous, which I actually believe was completely. I was so pissed when that movie didn't get nominated. I know it's stupid, but Almost Famous was literally one of the best movies that came out that year, and a lot of people agree. And I can't remember. I mean, it came out in 2000, so I don't remember what it went up against, but I know it wasn't a good chunk of movies that were worth being Best Picture. And then they expanded it a couple of years later, like in 2009, where there was like could be up to 10 movies. So that gave the ability for like stuff like I believe Up and other movies that wouldn't usually be nominated, like District 9, for instance. I think it was that first year. But the idea of most popular movie, I mean, if that's what I think it is, then you're gonna have crap like Transformers in there. You're gonna have crap that like no one cares about. Avengers: Infinity War, which is it's all right, a good movie, but nobody wants to see an Oscar given to Infinity War. No one cares about that shit. People want to see the reason they watch anybody who watches the Oscars, they watch it for the movies that sometimes they don't know about. I mean, yes, There should be movies like Get Out and so forth that deserve to be Oscar nominated because they're movies that have a lot of impact. They are not only good, but they impact the crowd. Like for instance, I haven't seen it yet, but apparently Blind Spotting is supposed to be a really good movie. That type of movie should be looked at as a possible Oscar contender. You know what I mean? So the fact that they're putting this most popular award in there, it's not helping things. It's actually cheapening what the Oscars is all about. And for that, it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. It's like I said, the peanut butter and jelly analogy. It's like we're gonna add marshmallow and bananas. I'm like, or chocolate syrup or something like that. It cheapens the idea of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yeah, it's probably good in the long run, but we have like the MTV Movie Awards, and Golden Globes is turned into the MTV Movie Awards anyway, so do it there. Give Avengers Infinity War an award there. But the Oscars is not something you do that to. I'm sorry. I know it makes me sound like a stupid nerd, but I'm fine with that. Give the Oscars what they deserve, and that's a prestigious award show. If you have to tone it down or trim it down, get rid of some of the awards that you can give later, I hate to be like that, but those are the awards you should get rid of. And nominate films that are truly worthy of that award. Don't give it to whatever, kiss kiss, bang bang, award thing that somebody's been marketing. This is the problem with Hollywood and the people that are voting for these things. Because they're so busy, they don't get to see a lot of the movies, so whatever is the most popular in that time frame get nominated. That's why sometimes you see movies like Road to Perdition and that comes out in June that doesn't get hardly any love because they're too worried about the crap that's released in October. Which is not saying that everything released in October is bad, but for instance, when Get Out came out, it came out in February, so everybody was shocked when it got nominated for Best Picture. Everybody was happy, but everybody was shocked. So that's pretty much, that take on that. Like I said, it's not good. I don't know what they were thinking, but that's not, I can't do anything about it. I just hear bitching about it, so. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching as always. If you like what you see, remember to rate, subscribe, check out YouTube, Audio Boom, Facebook, and Twitter. As always, remember to email us at nlapolo113@gmail.com. Remember, as always, that if you guys subscribe, tell your friends about it, comment, it helps us gain an audience, so we're definitely looking for that. But thank you so much for watching as always, guys, and we'll see you later. Peace.